Hi, you're welcome to Real Mind Podcast with Charity. This podcast is a space that reminds you of God's expectation for your life as a young adult and teenager. Today, I will be discussing on the topic, the boldness to come. With the Living Bible, Hebrews chapter 4 verse 16 says, "So, let us come with boldness to the very throne of God and stay there to receive his mercy and to find grace to help us in our times of need." You may agree with me that it is one thing to have access and another thing to go for it. So my question today is, what is your need? What are you in need of? Esther is a character that I would like us to talk about a little, and I want to just express some of the ideas that have been coming in while I was studying this. What I love about her is her response in the time of chaos. When she heard about Haman's plan for her people, all she needed was boldness to go see the king. The words of God are spirit and life, and Psalm 27 is my go-to. It is my boldness. The Lord is the strength of my life. A house that cannot stand on its own without the pillar. That is how it is. The Lord is the strength of my life. Now, Esther got to the point of, I cannot just be in this palace and enjoy. Remember, her uncle reminded her, what if it was for such a time as this that the Lord has appointed you? He had to remind her of purpose. Before we go further, it is important you surround yourself with people that will remind you of God. If they don't remind you of what God has in store for you, you will just see that you are always running from pillar to post. But when you have people who remind you of God, you just realize that you are standing, and you ask yourself, how am I standing? How do I do these things I do? It has never been by your power. Her uncle reminded her, don't think you are there for yourself, or remember you're a Jew. If they kill everybody, they will come and meet you. And Esther picked the signal that I'm here not because of this apparel. I'm here not because of this crown. I'm here because this is the reason the Lord has brought me, to bring salvation to my people, to save them from the plans of the enemy. Carry yourself to the throne. That is what we are talking about. The throne. Take yourself to the throne. The throne is the presence of God. The throne is your heartfelt relationship with God. Carry yourself to that intimate place and ask questions. You don't understand what's happening. Take yourself there. Esther took herself to the throne of God before going to see the king. How do you think the king was restless? How do you think the king's heart turned positively to her? Because the heart of a king is in the hands of God. My message to the young adults and teenagers, because this is the time you have to build yourself in God. What are you in need of? Esther was in need of the king's judgment on Haman. There are some things that you cannot just go ordinary. She did tell everybody to fast and pray. Oh dear teenager, what are you using your time to do? If you're not burning for God now, what are you doing? She did not surround herself with noisemakers. All Esther needed to say was, if I perish, I perish. See, it was not the fear of losing the throne that was her problem. And that is where we are now with many young adults and teenagers. What will people say about me? What will they? You have not found your place in God. You are concerned about men. It is not just living. It is doing the will of God. The life I live is no longer mine, but for Christ, Paul said. Who are you living your life for, dear teenager? Go and you receive direction. Get to the point where Jesus is the conclusion of the whole matter about your life. Get to the point where you have positioned him in your heart, that if it is not pleasing, if the Holy Ghost has not permitted me to, if the Holy Ghost has not released me to do a thing, it is not a matter to debate on. The three Hebrew boys said, "O king, we will not bow." We are not thinking about, we are not saying it twice. We will not bow to this statue. Death was not their problem. To die was not their problem. It was, I want to do the will of God. I cannot serve another God. Don't let the guilt of sin keep you away. Don't let delay, don't let shame keep you away. Run to the throne of God for mercy and for help. You have been addicted, you're trying to come out. Go to the throne. He doesn't want you to be miserable. He has all it takes. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Confess Jesus today. Ask him to come into your life and help you, and you will see yourself becoming better each day. This is God's expectation for us today. This is Real Minds with Charity. Thank you for listening. Bye for now.